Welcome back to my channel, guys, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a story time. I haven't done a story time in like a while, so I'm pretty excited about this story time, also kind of nervous, but anyways, as you can already tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about the time where I almost got arrested, not once, but twice. Yeah. Before I start this video, I want to make a quick disclaimer that no, these are not recent events. I promise you guys, they're not recent events. I was really young and very dumb. This all goes back to my high school days, and I'll explain it. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get on to the video. So the first time I almost got arrested was me and a group of my friends decided to go to Walmart. I don't know why back in the day that Walmart was very popular for a lot of shoplifters and people who would just always get caught and get in trouble. So coincidentally, we were in that Walmart. So that day we decided to be bad children. So basically I saw these really cute earrings that I wanted, and obviously your girl was broke. She didn't have any money, none of that. So of course my dumbass decided to just take them very discreetly, thinking that nobody was gonna see me anyways. My friends were already kind of doing their thing, like we kind of separated obviously, so that way people would know that we were together, because we thought we were really pros at taking things. Tisha at the time didn't know that there was such thing as undercover cops, basically people who dress exactly like how I'm dressing right now. So that's pretty much how I got caught. As I was leaving Walmart, the gentleman decided to tap me on my shoulder and tell me nicely if I can give him back the earrings. I played stupid, I played dumb. I'm like, sir, what are you talking about? Don't touch me. I never took any earrings. And yeah, I looked crazy. And he's like, no, he's like, I seen you take those earrings. You need to give them back or else you're going to get in trouble. So obviously I still refused. I was still telling him that I didn't take anything. At that point, my heart was racing. I was sweating. I was sweating so much. I'm there looking for my friends. And again, we all divided. So I had no idea where everybody was. At that moment, I basically was escorted to the back room of Walmart or whatever. And there was a police officer there. I literally thought that my life was done. I'm like, great, my first criminal record, here we freaking go. So the police officer was there and I had to sit in this little room. He asked for my ID, I showed him my ID. Back in the day, if you guys remember, you'd have a student pass. So obviously with a student pass, you have to have your student ID. And I had to show the police officer that. And when he found out which school I went to, he was very upset. I wasn't even expecting him to have that reaction. And right off the bat, he was just like, oh, I get a lot of you kids that come in here and do things like this. Why? Why is it always this particular school? I always get calls and have to do reports about children taking things or causing trouble or wherever they are in the mall. I literally felt so bad. I was low-key trying not to cry, not to look like a little bitch, because I did not want them to think just because I'm this little girl, I wasn't strong, I wasn't tough, because the whole time, again, I was in denial. I was telling the undercover cop that, no, I didn't take it. Leave me alone. I was trying to be a badass, so I had to continue that act throughout the whole situation. So the police officer was going on and saying that, next time I need to pay for these earrings. Obviously, he was going through the whole jail situation. And then, literally, I was sitting there and I don't know. Just tears started flowing out of nowhere, and I just felt so stupid. But at the same time, well, if I cry, maybe he won't send me to jail. I don't know. I have to just play that sympathy card. Crossing fingers it works. So then he told me now I had to call home and explain to them why right now I'm in this situation. That to me was the biggest punch in my gut ever. You know that feeling in your gut where you're just oh, yeah. I wasn't even, at that point, I was just you know what? Take me to jail, arrest me. I'd rather be arrested right now than have my grandmother scream at me on the phone and make me look so ridiculous in front of people. Obviously, she'll be loud as hell, and she was just gonna snap and go off. And who knows, she'd probably come up here and beat me in front of both of these men right now. And I just didn't want to be embarrassed. So I was just you know what, I'll just go to jail, like it's fine, I'll do my time, sir, whatever. Stupid me. Either way, I still had to call her. I had to talk to her and tell her what I did. And I was calling her, and of course the waterworks were coming down. I was crying. I just felt so bad. Like, I disappointed my grandmother. I'm like, she's going to kill me when I get home. The police officer basically gave me a warning, and I was banned from that Walmart. To be honest, I haven't been in that Walmart for years. This is way back in like Toronto. So, yeah. That was basically the first time I almost got arrested. And it's so crazy because after when I had to meet up with my friends, they were outside, and one of my friends got away with taking like an outfit, and I was so annoyed. Like, I was so cheesed. I'm like, I get pulled over because of 2 stupid little earrings, and this girl gets to leave with like this 2-piece outfit. It was crazy. It was an experience that I never ever want to go through again, and thank God I didn't. So yeah, the second time I almost got arrested. Oh my God. I feel like I was like a bad person, like a rebel. I just did so many things, man. It's crazy. But it's always good to like look back and talk about things like this because it's your childhood. I don't know. Second time now, I was with a friend, and I was a little bit older. I was finishing off high school. So at that time, that's where I started kind of drinking more, and yeah. We were at a friend's house and just obviously having fun, drinking and whatnot. And we decided to take the party outside. And in that area that I was in, again, was a very hot spot. So police would always do their runs there and make sure that no immature kids were out there drinking and smoking in that area, because it was like near a park, so technically we weren't supposed to be there. But again, we don't like to listen. We want to be like bad kids, so we didn't really care. But for some reason, I decided to kind of just tell people like, no, maybe we should just chill. Maybe we should just stay here and just do whatever and blah, blah, blah. And my other friend was just like, nah, let's go, da, da, da. And mind you, again, we were drinking. We're not supposed to be driving. So again, kids who are watching this, please use this as an example. Don't drink and drive. It wasn't like we were driving like on a main street or on a big highway. It was kind of like in the back street area, but still, that's no excuse. I'm not saying that at all. So we decided to leave because obviously nobody wanted to listen to me. And at that point, of course, wanting to be the cool person in the group, I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. What's the worst that can happen? Figuring that one night the police wouldn't come there because out of all the other nights, that area was pretty quiet, so the police weren't there, so we figured we'd just take a risk. Finally get there now, start to get comfortable, and we did have bottles in the car, in the trunk. We had like a case of beer, and we decided to pop open the trunk and just chill out and just drink. And of course, we hear sirens. My first reaction was to play it calm, throw my drink away, like literally throw it away, but I was just so like nervous. My common sense went right out the friggin' window. Just try to relax, try to be somewhat sober, because at that point I was pretty tipsy. So I was just like, great, like here we go. Police officer comes up to us now, and he asked my friends for his license and registrations, and he gave it to him obviously, and he definitely asked us why we were in this area so dark and what we were doing. The other officer pulled me aside to kind of get information and have me in a car. So he asked me, the first thing he asked me was, have you been drinking, ma'am? Of course I said, no, I haven't been drinking at all. Nope. So obviously, as I sat next to him in the police car, he kind of told me off the bat, he's like, I can smell the alcohol off of you. He's like, I can smell it. So what is it that you want to do right now? And I was just like, oh, great. I was so paranoid. I didn't even know like what to do, what to say after that. I was just trying to keep it cool, just trying to do my thing and not look stupid than what I already look like already. So he basically asked for like my ID and things like that. I wasn't underage. Like I said, like I was older at that point. But again, because of the area that we were in, it just looked very suspect, because why are like these group of people drinking and smoking in an area that you're not supposed to be at that time of night? So then I kind of just begged him please not to take me to jail or write up that ticket, because he was about to give me a ticket because technically I'm not supposed to be drinking in that area. And again, like I'm drinking with a driver, so yeah, that was obviously not a good look either. So he gave me the option. He told me that I would just have to take this ticket and plead for guilty when I go there, and whatever happens happens. I literally begged. I said, please. I begged and begged and begged. I'm like, it's 2 months before my birthday. I'm like, I don't want to go through all this stuff. I don't need a record right now as I start to turn a older age, and I know what I'm doing is stupid, and I completely get it. I literally broke the law. Like, I get it now. I get it. And again, I was just so nervous. Just by that time, like all the alcohol literally just came out of my system, because I was just like, I was sober. Like I sobered up as soon as he started to write that ticket. I was just like, oh my God. So then he basically told me, well, I have to write the ticket because his partner was there and he has to look like he's doing his job. So long story short, I got a ticket, but it wasn't like a real, he just wrote like a fake ticket, so I didn't really get charged for anything. He just told me next time to just not be in this area, and I should know better, which definitely I did know better. So that was basically the second time I almost got arrested. And to be honest, as much as this sounds crazy right now, I don't really regret all these unfortunate events that happened. It did teach me a lot about being more responsible when it comes to doing things. Never taking stuff. Do not go anywhere if you do not have money. Like, no matter how desperate you want to have these pair of earrings or clothing or whatever it is, don't do it. Just don't. Just either wait till you work or just ask your parents. Like, ask. I'm pretty sure if I asked my grandmother for those earrings, she would have probably said yeah. Okay, low-key, she would have said no because I don't need earrings and all that. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, I probably could have been able to do it the smarter way versus the way that I did it in the past. So that's basically the time where I almost got arrested. Twice. Thank you guys so much. Let me know in the comments below if you ever had any crazy events back in the day when you were like younger, if you known a friend who almost got caught and they were saved like me, because I'm such an angel. I'm just kidding. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.